Alright, I've been waiting for this to show up for a while. It finally showed up. Folklore, The Affliction, is a tabletop board game, role-playing game, a cooperative or solitaire. I purchased the expansion, and the how to make your own monsters, characters, and stories for it. So it could be a limitless solo tabletop role-playing game. Beautiful components. There's the rule book. I got this for 50 bucks. So for those of you who think it's super expensive, this happened to be $50 on Amazon. Remember, this particular edition, second edition, has the corrections, but it does not have minis. So it's cheaper because there are no actual plastic minis. They're stand-ups, right? But again, I don't care about minis. I only care about the opportunity to play a endless, and I can make my own monsters, heroes, and eventually my own adventures for it. So that'd be very cool. Lots of components. Very detailed, very complicated, but I think it's going to be well worth it. There are lots of videos out there about this. This is the second edition. So again, sacrificed minis for stand-ups, but also cheaper because of that. The Story Journal 1, The Adventure Begins. Quality components. Wow, beautiful quality components. We've got an angry mob there. I think that's kind of what's going on right now around the country. A little angry mob going on, right? Another angry mob. Man, this is starting to feel like 2020, first month of 2021, right? All right, crazy, man. Crazy times. We are afflicted. Here we go. We got all these great little tokens that need to be punched out. I really have never had a legitimate tabletop role-playing game. I had a couple of the Dungeons and Dragons adventure games. They really weren't role-playing games. And this, you actually create a character. A character actually advances. I think it has character sheets. Very cool. It's kind of a dark fantasy. Great maps. You have maps for certain major events, and then you have an overall world map that you travel around to go after adventures. We got our characters right here. As a matter of fact, they are archetypes, but you do create. I think there's character sheets you need to track because you actually advance. So we got the Arcanist. We've got the Archaeologist. We've got the Avenging Madman. Holy cow, I like that. That's sweet. That's what I'll play right there. The Exorcist. Get the hell out of here. The Telepath. The Witch Hunter. Fantastic. So there's two right there. I dig right there. I like that these aren't traditional. I mean, these are definitely in that grim, dark fantasy idea that I'm looking for in my role-playing. Very cool. The artwork is fantastic, so that's great. We got some, looks like some kind of power cards or something maybe. We've got I think this is the map board. Let's take a gander at this. We can do it without tearing it up. Oh yeah, look at that. So this is the world map. You start your adventure somewhere on here, and you move along the roads, and you unveil adventures, and you read story entries for characters, and blah 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 blah. And you're free apparently when you hear rumors, etc. For instance, you can pull a card that'll tell you something about this area of the map, and you could literally take a right turn and decide to investigate that. I don't guess you have to do the story things right on, but I cannot wait to play this. Lots of stuff. 10s and 6s mostly. Percentile dice and six-sided and four-sided for a lot of damage. Apparently, I think most of the damage are four-sided dice. We got our monsters. These are all the monster and beast cards, and you can see the level of. Maybe you can. Let's pull this open. I just got home from work, and this was out on the stoop. So fortunately, nobody stole it from my stoop. Bat Swarm, Dark Oak, Decaying Dead. But look at the level of detail on the monster cards. So this is every bit as detailed as any legitimate tabletop role-playing game that has some weight and depth to it as far as monster blocks. This is not D&D Adventures where you have an armor class, hit points, and they're +7 to hit with their claw, right? I mean, this much, much deeper. Unbelievable. And there's our Avenging Madman. Where are my glasses? I can't even read what this says. The thing about growing old is if I go blind, I lose all my joy in this stuff. Beautiful. Look at that. Attributes. There's his attributes. I thought this had character sheets, so when you advance, you can tweak them, but maybe not. We got our off-road events, right? These are all the cards that occur road events, which are very cool. We've got our item cards and our ability cards, etc., etc. So this is fantastic. So this, again, I got this one for I think $50. And of course, where's the other one? Here it is. This one came with it. This I paid, I think, $46 for. This is the expansion. Again, these were both 2E, second edition. There's another expansion called, I think, something Spires, but it's first edition, I believe. I don't believe it's second edition. I could be wrong, so some of you out there may know all about this. The other thing that intrigued me was the creation kit. I can create, again, stories, creatures, monsters, characters. That's amazing. So there you have it. This is one book, 6 booklets, 142 cards, 20 jumbo, 90 minis, 32 poker. These must be cards, I guess. 24 double-sided maps, 72 standees for your stand-ups, and much more. Pretty remarkable expansion for it. Let's go ahead back to the book. I'm curious if the book does show character sheets. Witch Hunter, look at this. Choose a character, focus, Inquisitor or Bounty Hunter. Oh, man. So then you pull a card, the Witch Hunter card, or which is military, hunter, or hunt. So these are their in the scope card and tracker card. Starting equipment is a crossbow, and it looks like bandages. Wow, look, location extras, the chapel, Church of the Crossroads, Gypsy Encampment, Inn, Market, Tinker. This is fantastic. There are many real role-playing games that don't feature this level of interest in, for instance, so this character has the chapel, 45 coins, stole item, +1 faith. Gypsy Encampment, suspicion, roll 1 die 6, taking pity on you for the discomfort of a young fortune teller, gain +2 points. Unbelievable. Lore tree. Wow, so you got AP points, lore. And apparently, I wonder if lore is your experience points when you level up, maybe. I bet it is. I bet that at 650 lore points, you get an extra action point, gain +1 max to your power points, and if you are choice 2, you can gain +1 to your stride, which is moving on the map. So lore must be your leveling up. Incredible. So these guys go to level what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Level 12? No way. I have to be misrepresenting that. That can't be true. Their lore tree can go to level 20. Are you kidding me? Level 12, I mean. Where's lore tree? I wonder if I've got that right. That is pretty sweet. Lore tree. There are several ways to make characters unique and more powerful as they progress through their stories. Each character should note their growth and choices on their respective character record sheet. So we have a character record sheet. This is a tabletop role-playing board game. Every bit as deep as any role-playing game. Look at this. There's your character record sheet. Session record sheet. Advanced rules, abilities, and combat. The Affliction was designed to provide brutal but simple combat encounters in order to ensure the focus of the game was on the story. However, if you wish to enhance combat, here's how to make them advanced. There's evade, focus, guard, ranged adjacency, regroup, sight, fleeing, and skirmish. But I love the fact that it simplifies combat for the sake of story. There's an interesting... why aren't more role-playing tabletop games give you a choice to have either simple combat or advanced combat? I mean, why aren't we seeing a Dungeons & Dragons 5 with either simple rules or advanced combat rules, right? So you could choose to play advanced D&D 5th edition in a simple combat tree, right? Why not? The character record sheet right there. Boy, they're tiny. Session record sheet. See, I'd want to blow those up. Those are a little small. And then there's the flip side. They would fit on index. They would fit on a large index card, though, which is pretty cool if you could get them copied onto index cards. So there is vitality, power, might, damage, stride, defense. Skills are archaeology, awareness, ecology, faith, nerve, occult, speech, trickery. There's skills that you have to check. Man. Monsters. I should put this back in its bag. So the bat swarm has vitality up to 24, 20. So this is the size of the party. So if there are 2 people in your party, they get 12. So the bat swarm becomes more dangerous depending on the number of people in your party. That's genius. So I could play this with just 2 characters or 2 players. Wow, very cool. Feasting Ghoul. Woo! Unbelievable. I think Moon Priest. 4 die, 6 die, ooh, 2 die 8. I think many people wonder why I have walked away. I've returned to tabletop gaming in not only my sports, but in my role-playing, but also in my away from digital, away from computers, away from consoles, away from digital. Nothing like this. The imagination is invoked, the quality of this, and unlike a computer game, this, if it's broken, you can fix it, right? I could say, ooh, that math doesn't work. I'm going to make a tweak, make a homebrew tweak and fix it, as opposed to relying on a computer team to patch and update and fix broken games, right? Or games that just suck, right? Very cool. Absolutely remarkable. Here's our stand-ups, right? We've got the Archaeologists Stand Up. And again, some people complain that they went away from the minis, but I'd rather have the game and save 80 bucks or 50 bucks or whatever it was and still have these beautiful full-color, heavy-duty stand-ups. That's fine by me. Since I'm not, and these are easier to store, by the way. I mean, I can also tear this down and throw it in the box. It's a lot easier to store than 80 plastic minis with, you know. So I'm actually okay with that. One of the things I loved about the original 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons starter set were the tokens. I loved the map with the tokens, where you could see why more games don't use round tokens to move around the board that just set on the map. You just slide them around the board. You got your fighter, you got your skeletons. But one of the things that I was shocked to see 5th edition do is they went away from using just round tokens, and I'm not certain why companies aren't using tokens that sit flat. Yeah. Even these, I mean, I prefer flat tokens to stand up, but I guess if they're standing up, you can grab them and move them and see where they're at easily, but you're looking down on the map anyway, so why not flat tokens to move around? I don't know. This is amazing. The level of detail and depth here is mind-boggling. I mean, this is as good as any hardback $60 role-playing game I could buy, and of course this is designed to be played, you know, by yourself, and I can literally put the party together of 5. It's going to be more administrative work for me, but the Witch Hunter is a fanatical bounty hunter who adheres to a strict code of honor and is sworn to purge the world of evil. This is Jurgen. I played this character in Lamentations of the Flame Princess with Ivan Mike, 1968, on his channel in our 6 sessions campaign of that. Jurgen was a witch hunter fanatic who wanted to rid the world of all evil. Somebody watched our Lamentation games and made my character a character in this. The Avenging Madman. The Avenging Madman is a soul-driven, the Avenging Madman has a soul driven mad by loss. At the end of the hard day's labor, he fell asleep in a barn among bales of hay. When next he awoke, the sun shining brightly overhead, the sight he greeted him will forever torment his memories, his family massacred in the night. Wow, so these are not traditional goody heroes, right? These guys are real interesting, deep characters. The archaeologist is an explorer and a scholar focused on the ancient and the unexplained. He has become convinced that our history has been shaped by the beings and forces beyond nature. Man. His lore tree. Let's see. For 100 lore points, he can choose gain +1 to a skill or gain 2 to his maximum hit points. Vita, it's called. At 500, he can be a scholar or an explorer, or he can pick scholar and explorer with speech here, or archaeology here. Very cool. The Arcanist. seeks hidden knowledge and mastery of the secrets of the universe. She can be a numerologist or a seeker. So they've got your archetype, and then you have your branching what kind of arcanist. And again, the set that I also have coming allows you to create your own characters, your own monsters, your own stories. Unbelievable. I don't know who this game company is. I have never ever owned a game by Greenbrier Games, designed by Will Donovan and Nick Blaine. But this is truly remarkable, and right up my alley as far as grimdark. Right, the gothic look, werewolves. It's serious. It's not cartoony. It's very, very cool. Man. Okay, I will certainly play and share a game, and I may share updates as to how the game evolves and how the stories are going, or I may just actually share games that I do on the channel. We'll see how much time and energy I have and how much my camera can handle it. It depends on how long the sessions are. If I sit down to play a game tonight, will the session take me 30 minutes or 2 hours? I don't know. But learning it will be less fun to watch me learn the game than it will be to watch me execute the game. So I may learn it first and then run from the beginning with different characters, and hopefully be able to run it without a lot of stumbling through rules. So anyway, I wanted to share this because number one, Dell and I are big board gamer. We're at least interested in board games, and part of the goal of our channel is not just to share role-playing, but also to share other board games, etc. And hopefully we'll play some board games on this channel, and hopefully we'll be able to review board games and things like that too. But anyway, this is my first. I've got a couple of war games that are brilliant too. I just haven't been able to sit down and devote any time to learning how to play them. But I think they could be unbelievable. But this motivates me. War games, I have to be in the mood for a war game. I'm in the mood for fantasy role-playing every single day of my life. So this is easy to get in the mood for. Okay. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.